What up, y'all? Welcome to What's in the Box Track. Man, come on. What a game. What a game, man. Like even if the Lakers lost, I would still be saying the same thing. What a game. I wouldn't be as happy, that's for sure. But that was a great game to watch, man. Lakers win against the Bucks last night, 133 to 129. There's not a let me not say that. There's a lot to discuss, but it's pretty standard, man. They played hard from start to finish. All the cliche things that you would hear a player say, I'm probably going to say here. So let's get it started. So both teams shot 53%. Now there's a discussion about defense here. Lakers had won the attempts battle. This is a thing I'm into more than most other people. Lakers put up 97 shots to the Bucks 94. Now early in the season, the Lakers were losing this battle. Other teams were putting up, you can even look at the Pacers game that they lost, the one that stings the most to most of us. Pacers had 104 attempts and the Lakers were in the 90s. I think that if you can keep this battle honest, you have a better chance of winning the game. And I don't think that I'm saying anything profound here either. More shots at the more opportunity, it better, right? So the Lakers winning that battle is one thing. Now, is that poor defense? I think that you have to kind of add pace into this equation. So let's go back a little bit in time to one of the best defensive teams we've ever seen, which is the Spurs when Tim Duncan was on the floor. I mean, whether it was with David Robinson or later on without. The Spurs won this battle consistently by keeping teams shooting around 80 shots at around 40, let's say 44%. And lower. I mean, it was an excellent strategy that kept the game very slow. These days, that's a little more difficult. Teams are shooting more three-pointers. They're getting more shots up. They're playing at much higher pace. I don't think that you'll see many teams be able to play like the Spurs back then. So I think 53% where you don't want to see a team shoot that well, you have to realize who's on the other side of the ball, who's Giannis, who's attacking the basket. Portis is attacking the basket. Holiday shot excellent. Middleton shot excellent. He was 6 for 11. Holiday, I think, was 11 for 20 or somewhere around there. So, I mean, you're facing a team that's no joke, long story short. So 53% where you don't want to see that, the fact that the Lakers matched it is excellent. So the other thing is the Lakers only shot 26 threes, which, again, the Lakers are shooting the least threes in the league. And where their percentage has been low overall, they're in the top 10 in the last 10 games. So the Lakers have won 7 of their last 10 games. And at that point, they're shooting around 38%. So they've, the lasers might actually be there, but I still don't expect 42% from three game after game in and game out. And I'm glad that they're not relying on it because it was only 25% of their shots, whereas the Bucks shot about 43 threes, which is about, they shot at a 40% clip, which is great, but it's about 50% of their shots. And I feel like those threes are percentage busters a lot of times. I mean, when you have a player like Giannis, I feel like if they kept that battle honest as far as the attempts from three, this might have been a different outcome. The Lakers did win the rebound battle very slightly, but they also won it by offensive rebounds. So they were 42 rebounds to 44 for the Lakers. And the +2 was offensive boards. They were able to keep a team off of the offensive boards. That's an excellent thing to do, especially against a team like the Bucks. We have to go back to how good of a team this really is. The Lakers also only turned the ball over 4 times. I'm not expecting that every game by any stretch of the imagination, but Russ had 0 turnovers. Bron had 0 turnovers. These are 2 players with the highest amount of turnovers in history. Bron with the most turnovers in history altogether. They only gave up 4 points off 4 turnovers. You cannot ask for better than that. 1 turnover a quarter, can't ask for better than that. The Bucks didn't do bad either. 11 turnovers. They gave up 14 points. 11 turnovers is not bad at all when it comes down to it. It's, about 3 turnovers a quarter. I mean, they're human at the end of the day. So this is where it gets special, though. This is where you get that worthy clap. The Lakers won the points in the paint 70 to 54. Now, go back to what I said about threes. The Lakers own 25% of their shots, roughly 25% of their shots were 3-pointers, right? The rest were in the paint. The Lakers were running this pick and roll, especially towards the end of the game, to perfection. If you want to watch an offense to defense adjustment, just watch how the Bucks adjusted to that pick and roll and forced the Lakers to do other things. This was like basketball at its finest, in my opinion, to watch the Lakers terrorize them with this pick and roll and the Bucks called a timeout and just adjust to force the pick and roll or face the baseline to force the pick and roll out as opposed to in. You can't ask for better than that as far as I'm concerned from both teams, but the Lakers got the most out of it. They also kept the fight up. This goes back to that Pacers game, which you heard all of us talk about, from the Lakers the next day to everybody, every pundit, me, myself. I cannot get off this Pacers game because the Lakers didn't finish the game. This time around, the Lakers finished. Russ with the dive to the floor for the ball, Russ with 0 turnovers, Russ with 15 points, Russ with 11 assists. So the assist to turnover ratio is 11-0. Like, Bron had 11 assists. When you have two players that can attack the basket and pass like that, I don't know. You have to utilize them. The other thing I will say about Russ played excellent in Houston. Let's be fair to him. He shot about 40, I think it was 46 to 48% shooting. He didn't shoot a lot of threes. But the thing that Russ did was he deferred. And where I don't agree with a lot of people about him being this not really great player that's getting more credit than he deserves, I think that that's stupid. But I will say that he is a better player when he defers. And what you saw was Russ deferred. He simply gave up the ball and stepped off to the side and did the dirty work. And Russ is excellent at the dirty work, that you're not going to find a better player, especially at his caliber, that does the dirty work well. And that dirty work helped him out, as well as, you have another great dirty work player in Patrick Beverley. But I think Russ, if you got Russ doing it, it just gets nasty for the rest of the team. Here's what I did not like. And this also goes back to Russ. 75% from the free throw line. Russ could have put that game away with one of those 2 free throws. Russ was 3 for 7. Bron only took 2 free throws, which I have some questions about that. But he was 1 for 2, but I can't go too hard. He only took 2 free throws. You can't do this. You almost lost the game or gave up the game on this. The last thing I want to note is that last 3 that Holiday took, Austin Reeves did exactly the best that you can do, right? You can't defend the catch because you may foul, but you just got to chase him. You got to make him sidestep and shoot a more difficult 3. You can't let him catch, square up, and face up straight up. He chased him off the 3-point line. Now, if you go back to the Pacers game, again, I'm sorry, but I'm just going to keep talking about it. If you make him take a more difficult shot than just a kick out and stand there and shoot, right, then, who knows? If Holiday hits that shot, hats off. You can't, what can you say? That's just an excellent shot, right? But if you chase him off, then you have a better chance. So all in all, man, we are seeing, I think, a maturation of what the Lakers could be. This is a apex level of the Lakers, right? If you go to the worst case scenario, you probably go to the first 5 games, which would be fair. But really, I say the worst the Lakers could be is probably the Pacers game, where you get a little overconfident and you don't finish the game. The Lakers made every finishing play they possibly could. They used Anthony Davis to the best, to their height. They followed Anthony Davis all the way through this. And when you follow Anthony Davis, Bron just becomes that much more dangerous, right? So excellent victory. On to the Wizards. You cannot fall asleep against the Wizards. This is not a team that will slouch and, let you just run away with a victory. So let's hope the Lakers can keep this up. 5 more games on this road trip. Man, what a great victory. I hope all the Laker fans out there are happy as I am. Shout out to the Bucks and the Bucks fans. It's an excellent game. It doesn't mean anything for the Bucks, really. They'll be back, all in all. So let's keep it going, man. What's in the Box Trek? Hope you guys have a great day. Peace.